Hi, I'm Molly, and I'm here to tell you why IoT security is a big problem and how Breen Technologies is solving it. So before starting this company, I was working at NSA, when doing all of these hackings throughout the networks, one thing that we had in common was that we were usually finding the weakest point in the network, which was usually some IoT device. And because I can't tell you about the specifics of the IoT hacks that I did at NSA, I'm going to tell you about some publicly disclosed one to give you a sense of just how big IoT security and the problem that it is really is. So IoT has disastrous consequences, and we see this at a local level when some of your favorite websites like Spotify and Netflix were taken down by a botnet known as Mirai. We see this now more as a national level, now that critical infrastructure within our government networks is now connected to devices, so water networks could be turned off. And we even see this at a global level, where state actors are disrupting, and in this case, the Iranian nuclear program through just hacking the centrifuges and the plant. So how did we get to this place where this was a big problem? It really comes down to the IoT device manufacturers and the hackers. So I spoke with device manufacturers, and one thing that was sure is that security is not their priority. They don't have a core competency in building security into their products, and even if they did, it would be added cost and it would be lowering their margins. So they're incentivized to orphan IoT devices and build the next generation products and to get more revenue, making it for hackers, IoT and those unsupported devices a really easy target. And it's only going to get worse. So there's 6 to 7 billion unsupported devices, and that can increase to 50 to 75 billion devices in 2025, just as IoT attacks is on the rise. And who cares about this problem? These are the CIOs and the CISOs. So I personally spoke with 30 CIOs and CISOs, and 90% of them said that updating the firmware on these devices was one of their most important problems. They're seeing their network grow in haphazard ways, and they have new and legacy devices, and they're not even sure where to start with updates. At the same time, So we need to be able to let them adopt new technology at the same time as protecting the legacy devices so that they can get productivity from IoT and not the vulnerability. So how are we doing this? With Breen Technologies, we're offering a secure, intelligent twin of the device, so it doesn't matter if you're unsupported or supported devices. We're providing an IoT-specific firewall that can detect malicious traffic from getting onto the device and preventing it from getting into the rest of your network. We can share those learnings with other devices so that you can now more efficiently adopt new technologies. So if you're wondering how this all works, right now, IoT technology is talking to each other on the network. And what happens usually is that these devices are meant to be durable. So they have little processing power, they have little memory, so they're not usually talking to each other over encrypted networks. Existing technology like security providers are repurposing stuff meant for servers, general processing units, and overlaying that onto IoT devices. There are emerging technologies, but they're offering only point solutions. We're offering a holistic approach that hardens the attack surface and lets the twin do all the work, extending the life of your IoT device. So just to recap on some of the learnings from Underscore, and Michael, I think this is a suggestion for your startup secret slides, is really building sticky products. So security is one of those things that no one likes to buy. So if you can offer a wider value prop than just security, like availability and reliability in the network in this case, people are more excited about your product. So a timeline is after spending some time on customer discovery, we're moving into building out the prototype and looking to raise funding next June. My asks is I'm always looking to talk to more CIOs and CISOs, and I'd love to connect with cybersecurity and AI investors and start building those relationships.